Somebody sent in a question about how can she slow down when she's first dating somebody. Here's what she wrote. When I'm getting to know someone new, I often want to see them a lot at the beginning to get a feeling of what they're like and gather information, and then I need to see them less. I know that I, quote unquote, should start out by only seeing them once or twice a week, but this doesn't feel natural for me. It would be great to get your perspectives and strategies on this. This is a common problem, and there are a few reasons why it's important to slow down at the beginning of dating or when you're in a new relationship. First of all, when you move too fast, the relationship often crashes and burns, or it ends poorly. Some people rush the relationship because they're so excited to have finally made a good connection, which is true for the woman who wrote in. And other people are getting pushed to have a faster pace by the person they're dating because they're highly manipulative. These people create a false reality that can't be sustained. We call this love bombing, when somebody comes on really strong. So whether you tend to get attached really quickly or you've been the victim of love bombing or any other manipulation, here's how to slow things down so you're comfortable with the pace of the relationship. First, let's talk about 5 signs that the relationship is moving too fast. Number 1, you're always together. You meet somebody and suddenly they are the biggest priority of your life and you're spending all your time with them, and maybe you're neglecting your workout, your friends, your family, but you dive right in. Number 2, sex is the biggest priority. You're so attracted to this person that sex becomes a huge priority, and it's even a bigger priority over deeper conversations. Number 3, you're planning the future before there's a present. Whether it's you or the person you're with, there's a future focus. Hey, in 6 months, let's go to this wedding together that I have, or I'd love to travel with you, but you barely know each other. Number 4, you're constantly in contact when you're apart, meaning there's lots of texts exchanged, you're on the phone every day, hours and hours spent getting to know that person, which really is just too much too soon. And number 5, you have stopped prioritizing your own needs. And we often do this where we put the other person first, and we're so excited to have met somebody or to feel attractive to that person that we don't prioritize our important needs, and we start to neglect the things that are most important to us, like spending time with people who are also important to us and taking care of our bodies, our minds, our souls. We always have to remember that we need to take care of our needs before we can take care of anybody else. All right, so here are 4 tips for how to slow down if your relationship is moving too fast. Number 1, talk to the person you're dating about slowing down the pace. This may seem obvious, but if we don't have these hard conversations, we are really becoming the victim of the other person's wants and needs. We become manipulated by them. We lose our power. And so just have a conversation. Whichever way it goes will be good because you'll have information. Number 2, take time for yourself. If your relationship is moving too fast, make sure you have some alone time. This gives you the space to think, to know what you need, and to take care of yourself. And then you can really think straight. The 3rd tip is to learn to say no to requests that don't work for you. So if this person is future focused, for example, and wants to invite you to travel with them before you even have a relationship, or they're including you to meet their children or their friends, or invite you to an event, a big life event, before you're really a couple and know each other well, just say no, that doesn't work for me. And let them know what works better. Boundaries, 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 which brings me to tip number 4, which is also about boundaries. And this is about boundaries around the constant communication. Let's say that person is texting you all day and you can't focus. You can't focus on work, you can't focus on other things, and it just feels like too much. Set some boundaries around the constant contact. This is the only way you can create the space that you need to be able to think straight. So often when you just have a direct and clear conversation with this person about your needs, it's going to be enough to put the relationship on a healthier track and a better pace. However, if your partner doesn't respect your request to slow things down, it's a huge red flag because it's really about respect. We have to have these conversations to know, are we on the same page? And if not, it's probably time to walk away. So let me know in the comments if you have ever been in a relationship where either you moved too fast or they moved too fast, and what happened. And I'd also love to hear which of these tips have been the most helpful.